So good morning to everyone. So hope maximum number of students joining the class. So ask the remaining people also to join immediately. So please ask your friends in your personal groups or personal messages, join. Ask them to join immediately. So there is a small topic that we are going to discuss today, and probably we will end soon. Okay? We will close the class. We will, as soon as possible after completion of the small topic. And so ask your students, ask your friends to join immediately. So let us start with the class. Madam, madam. So these are the topics that are there in the first. Okay, madam. So these are the topics that are in the first chapter. So we have completed almost all the topics except one form of representing the transfer function in state space, that is observable canonical form and resolution of state equation. Only these two are we are left with. Today I will explain you how to represent the given transfer function in observable canonical form, and I will give you the principle of duality. That is, there is a dual principle between controllable canonical form and observable canonical form, or we can say these two are dual to each other. Dual to each other. You know what is meant by duality. Okay? The basic idea of duality you might have studied in the networks. Okay, so how to convert a given network into its dual network. Okay? Replacing voltage source with current source, series elements with the parallel elements, like this. Okay? So that is the basic idea of duality. That duality here I will explain for controllable and observable canonical form. So let us see. So these are the important formats, various important formats of state space representations. Okay, cascade form, parallel form, Jordan canonical form, controller canonical form, observable canonical. Observable canonical form we will study today. Controllable canonical form I have given you through the phase variable method, and cascade form, parallel form, Jordan canonical form. These three, how to obtain these three canonical forms through the signal flow graph I have told you in the last class. So I hope everybody have solved the problems, or everybody have gone through the task that is given to you. Okay, I have given you some task. Okay, what is that? I have explained you parallel form, and I asked you to obtain Jordan canonical form, which is a subsidiary form of parallel form only, or which is a subcase of parallel format only. So how many of you have solved? I don't know. I have enabled the chat. In the chat box, you can respond. Okay, sir, I have solved. Sir, I have solved. Like that, so that I will get an idea how many of you are actually following the class. Okay. Jordan canonical form, very important. Okay, between Jordan canonical form we obtain when there are multiple poles present in the system, and there is a block called Jordan block. That is very important. What is the pattern of Jordan block in the matrix? Okay, how it will look like, you should know. I hope I have clearly given you along with the example number and page number where it is available in the textbook that is shared to you. Norman is nice. So if you have solved, please respond in the chat box. I have solved, I have seen Jothan canonical form. Like that. I have enabled chart today. Next. So these are the completed controllable canonical form from phase variables, cascaded parallel form from signal flow graph, Jordan canonical form from signal flow graph. So we are left with the observable canonical form. Observable canonical form. Observable canonical form also can be obtained through the signal flow graph. Okay, like in the previous class we have obtained cascade form and parallel form. Likewise, observable canonical form also can be obtained through the signal flow graph, but you have to draw the signal flow graph according to the required format. According to the required format. So, for obtaining observable canonical form, how to draw the signal flow graph, that is there in the textbook. Okay. Also, observable canonical form can be obtained from duality principle. What is duality principle? I will tell you in a moment. Observable canonical form also can be obtained from duality principle. I am giving the task of obtaining observable canonical form through the signal flow graph to you. Again, this is the assignment or exercise for you today. So please go through the textbook. I will give you the page numbers and topic numbers. Please go through the textbook and obtain the observable canonical form through the signal flow graph. Please solve everything on pen and paper. Don't just go through the textbook and make an assumption that yes, I know this. Don't assume yourself that by looking at the textbook or by looking at the problem, you won't get anything. You will definitely make mistake in the exam. Okay, you have to solve one paper. Take a rough notes, solve each and every problem that is given to you. At least exercises. Okay, so this is also exercise for you. Okay, I think there is tomorrow holiday and Monday also we don't have ACS class. So please use these 2 days and solve observable canonical form using signal flow graph. Today we will see the duality principle. So for that, consider the same example. That is the second example. Example problem with zeros, the transfer function with zeros. For this example, we know how to obtain phase variable form. From the phase variable form, we know how to obtain controllable canonical form. By making 2 more changes or by applying 2 more steps to the phase variable form, we can obtain controllable canonical form. What are those 2 points? You should remember all these points. Okay, you should not by hand. Very easy. Okay, after obtaining phase variable form, renumber the state variables in reverse order and rewrite the state equation in ascending order. These 2 are the steps to obtain controllable canonical form. I am giving you the direct answer, that is controllable canonical form from phase variable form. We will get this. We will get this. So for the same problem, using signal flow graph, we can obtain observable canonical form. That is the task given to you. Okay. For the same problem, use signal flow graph and obtain observable canonical form. This is your exercise for tomorrow. Entire holiday. There are no single class. Okay. So solve this problem for the observable canonical form. This is example problem and solution is there in the textbook. Okay. By following the solution also you can solve it. All I want is you should learn how to write the signal flow graph and how to obtain the observable canonical form. I am directly giving you the answer. See the answer. After obtaining the observable canonical form of the above problem using signal flow graph, this is my answer. Okay, you should solve it. I am not solving here, or I am not giving you the solution. You should solve. Okay. So this is the observable canonical form after obtaining. So using signal flow graph. Now I want you to observe these two slides: controllable canonical form and observable canonical. What is your observation? You see the matrices. First, system matrix. If you observe the system matrix, that is matrix A, or system matrix or state matrix. Okay? This is the matrix A. You observe the matrix A here, and you observe the matrix A in the next slide. What is your observation? By transposing this matrix, you will get this matrix. Yes or no? You please observe. The matrix obtained here is nothing but the transpose of this matrix. Okay? Or you can say that both these matrices are transposed to each other. Transposed to each other. It means if you know the matrix for CCF, you can obtain matrix for OCF. Or if you know matrix for OCF, you can obtain matrix for CCF. Okay, this is the first observation. And second observation is, observe the matrix B and matrix C. Matrix B is a column matrix. Matrix C is a row matrix. Observe the two matrices in the next case, that is OCF. Here matrix, observe the elements of matrix B, 1, 7, 2. Here also the matrix B is column matrix only, but you observe the elements 1, 7, 2. What are these elements? These are nothing but the elements of C matrix in CCF. The elements of C matrix in CCF. Similarly, the elements of B matrix in CCF will appear as the elements of C matrix in OCF. 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0. Okay. So the conclusion is, you can obtain the, what is B matrix? B matrix is called input matrix. So one format input matrix is nothing but the transpose of the output matrix of other form. Okay. Similarly, output matrix, matrix C is called output matrix. One form of the output matrix is the transpose of other format of input matrix. Okay. In CCF, input matrix is 1, 0, 0. If you transpose it, it becomes the output matrix of OCF. Similarly, in CCF, the output matrix is 1, 7, 2. If you transpose it, it will become your input matrix in OCF, or vice versa. Okay. Reverse also true. It means no need to solve for both the formats unless it is required. No need to solve for both formats unless it is required. You can solve for one format and you can obtain the other format by using these techniques. That is, one matrix is transposed of another matrix. So this technique or this principle is called the duality principle, and we can say that CCF is dual to OCF and vice versa, or OCF is dual to CCF. So these are the observation I am giving you in the single slide. Coefficients of the, all these things you know. Okay. Again, what are these? -9, -26, -24. These are the coefficients of the transfer function of coefficients of the characteristic equation from the transfer function. Coefficients of the characteristic equation of the transfer function. Similarly, What are these 172? Okay. What are these 172? These are the numerator elements. These numerator elements in CCF, we will get them as a C matrix, but here we will get them as a D matrix. You have to solve this on the pen and paper. If you see this, you won't get anything. I am reminding you again and again. Okay? Immediate after closing the class, you should take a pen and paper and solve it. If you leave it like this, you won't get anything. That will be of no use even attending the classes. Okay? I will just give you the idea of various patterns. It is you that have to practice all this. So A matrix AD is here. D is some random signal that is assumed. Okay, derived form you can say. Okay, suppose if it is true for both the cases, vice versa also it is true. I told you already that CCF to OCF is valid as well as OCF to CCF also. These are valid. Okay, A matrix. How will you get? A matrix is transpose of another A matrix, another format. B matrix is transpose of C matrix. Similarly, C matrix is transpose of C matrix. In the exam, and if there is nothing mentioned that how to obtain OCF or how to obtain CCF, if the problem is given to you simply obtain OCF of the following, then what will you do? You will obtain phase variable form, you will convert it into controllable canonical form. Then apply duality and convert it into observable canonical. That will be your easy procedure. But if particularly mentioned in the problem, that is you should obtain observable canonical form using signal flow graph, then you have no choice, you have to solve. But there is nothing particularly given in the problem. The choice is completely yours. You can use all the principles. You can solve the problem in easiest manner. So that is a duality principle, very important. OCF to CCF and CCF to OCF. So this is what here I am given. Okay. So these are the steps. First obtain CCF through phase variable form, then apply duality principle, obtain OCF. In exam, it is nothing is given to you, you can solve it like this. And this is your exercise. Okay. Obtain the OCF using signal flow graph. You must try it. Okay. You will get many things if you solve the state space problem through the signal flow graph. You will understand how to draw the signal flow graph. You will understand how to draw the state equations using signal flow graph, and finally, you can understand the relation between the transfer function elements and OCF or any other representation, transfer function coefficients and the last point is equally valid. Okay, if you have OCF for obtaining CCF, you can apply duality principle here also. So these are the tasks for you today. CCF can also be obtained using signal flow graph. Try yourself. Okay. We have obtained controllable canonical form through the phase variable. We have obtained controllable canonical form through the phase variable form. You might have having a doubt by now, some of you at least, that why should not we applied signal flow graph for obtaining controllable canonical form. If that is your doubt, you are correct. Signal flow graph can also be used to obtain controllable canonical form. That is your exercise. Try yourself. It is not that much difficult. Only task is you have to represent the signal flow graph correctly. Then more than 75% of the problem is over. Later it is just the task of writing the equations. Okay. Next, take any transfer function from any textbook and obtain various formats of state-space representation. That is cascade, parallel, Jordan canonical form, observable canonical form, controllable canonical. All the formats you take the now you take the problem from any textbook. Nagurkani, there are number of problems. Okay, you take that problem, you apply the method I have given to you, and you will verify your answers. Okay, preferably take the problems having answers so that you can verify your answer whether it is correct or not. Okay. So in the page 65, all the problems are there related to all the formats. Okay, there what he has given, he has given the transfer function, the signal flow graph, and the final answer. He did not solve them. Okay, I advise you to solve all. Okay. Similarly, in page number 263, there is example 5.8. You also solve it. Okay, these are the tasks for you by next class. Next class is Tuesday. You have 2 days time. So if you solve, you can follow. If you don't solve, it is your wish. Okay. Next, the only topics that we are having in the chapter 1, that is the remaining topics, are solution of state space equation. So what is the solution of state space equation and concept of state transition matrix. State transition matrix. And also there is a small topic, that is converting state space to transfer function, the reverse process. Okay. Till now we have seen transfer function to state space. In the next class, I will tell you state space to transfer function. It is very small topic. Immediately we will proceed with the solution of state space equation and the concept of state transition. Hardly 2 more classes. The first chapter will be over. And I am reminding you again and again and again, practice. You have to practice. Okay. Just by simply looking my PPTs or any textbook, you will get nothing. You will get nothing. While practicing, you will get many doubts. Nobody asking me a doubt means nobody is practicing. You will definitely get doubt if you really practice. It's up to you whether you practice or not. So that is it for today's class. Thank you very much. Madam?
Sir.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir.